Okay, I have no goddamn idea if my voice is recording correctly, but maybe it is, maybe it's not. I'll figure it out. Anyway, this is Scrivener, my favorite writing program. This basically changed my life. I used to really struggle with organization, and I'd get lost and not get my work done. I very much need structure to complete projects. So basically, you get it's like a note card system. You have folders in which you can put like these kind of like note cards that you can divide up, like your chapters or your scenes, or if you have out of character stuff like character profiles, you can sort of set them all in their own individual areas. So for example, I have my first draft sign up here, divided up into acts. I have I called this one serial because this is the version that's a little more polished. It's a little more second, third draft that I'm actually sourcing my chapters for my series for. I'm going to be posting this on Substack this weekend. Is terrifying. But it's a little more like the fully formed, but I wanted to keep the draft accessible in its own form rather than just continue to re-edit in the same text. Let's see, some other features. You can have, labels. So this one's labeled incomplete. You can see down here, there's all these different labels. First draft, revised draft, final draft, title page, whatever. You can create your own. Let's see, I'm just gonna, whatever. And I can go, oh, this one's not tagged. I'm gonna call this one, whatever I wanna call it. And you can make it darker. Let's see, what else do we have in the metadata for this? Here you can put like a synopsis of the section if you feel like you personally need it. Hey, here's what happened. Here I have my outline, and I do a 7-point outline. Again, it's kind of like what I need to function. You put down notes. Usually I'll put a date on them, and go, hey, I changed this. Hey, I think I need to go back and change this. All of this is completely optional. It's just there as a tool. Let's see, I never use the bookmarks. Here you have general metadata and custom metadata. The general metadata tells you like the dates, whether or not you're including it in the final compile, which there's a compiling tool that will be like, oh, you pick which note cards, which sections you want to include in your final like manuscript file, which you can put out into like, docx, PDF, whatever it needs to be. And you'll set up where you want the divisions to be. It will defaultly divide your note cards up, but you can ask it to not do that, to only put divisions where you manually place them. So that's handy. You can kind of give each section, their own names, and then the custom metadata. I don't have a lot of it for this project, but you can put, if I wanted, oh my gosh, I haven't done a custom in a while. If I wanted, oh, there it is. Let's see. This is about dinosaurs. If I want to say which species appear, I can go, yep. And then I can go, whatever. Those are abbreviations. I know what those are. Now I can say like, hey, this one has, high crest, sunseeker, bristleback, all appear in this chapter. Keywords are literally just words that you can choose to kind of mean whatever you want. I use them differently for every project. So over here, I have it set up to which characters appear in that particular chapter, and I can glance at it. And it helps me go like, well, okay, later on, maybe I go here and to this one, and I've kind of lost track of where certain characters appeared, and I write out an introduction for this character, Sasha. But then later I look back and I just happen to glance at this and I go, oh damn, she's yellow. I didn't need to introduce her again. I should go change that. Let's see. You can add pictures. You can add comments and footnotes. Those are nice. But yeah, this is Scrivener, and it has tons and tons. It has so much other stuff, like unbelievable. The amount of this doesn't even scratch the surface. There are people I know who know so much more about this than me. Let's see. You can set up. It'll let you set that up. It gives you different templates to use for novels and such. Let's see. Project notes. Here's where I put stuff I cut. Character profiles. It kind of has a preset, but you can change it. Yeah, that's Scrivener, and this is Highcrest, my dinosaur project. I can show you another one that I set up very differently. God, I hope my audio is working. Which one? This one's very different. There we go. So this one, I still have the color chips for characters, which characters appear. And some other similarities. I have like the rough draft, first draft, final draft, all that stuff. I have the binder color-coded by which point of view character there is. I also am using the metadata a little bit more here. Story structure, hook, location, action. You know, I have to keep track of how long, like the length of time that's passing in this particular story. This one's like a hard, high fantasy. And down here, because early on I only wrote this part with these point of view characters, but I decided to expand it out, and I added more scenes, 2 more point of view characters, 3 more point of view characters, and I just have all their scenes put out with some personal notes. You know, good stuff. I really appreciate this tool. I don't know. That is, here's a good note where I put stuff like, hey, fact check. I don't know. I don't know what that word's supposed to mean. Let's see. I'll open one more. This is my horror novel that I really want to query, but I'm terrified. I've already had someone come at me over it once. Someone who, oh, that's the wrong one. Someone who did not believe that women can abuse men, had opinions. Fucking bitch, I don't know. But that was intimidating, you know? Anyway, this has 3 subplots, and I have color-coded it based on which subplot is active there. I actually need to go back through. None of this is, yeah, these are all final. Yeah, so there's a bit of a difference in how I'm using that. Oh, look, I'm so good at writing. My, let's see. I have keeping track of the time again. I note where there's a time skip because this takes place over several months. A plot, B plot, C plot, whatever. But yeah, that's Scrivener. I really recommend it. Like I said, there's so much more to this, but it's honestly like just this functionality, this basic functionality is so useful. There's stuff like this. You can assign a target for a certain chapter. So if I wanted to say, you know, I want the whole thing to be 40,000 words, it'll tell me how close I am. Or session target. You know, I can also edit, like, you know, am I counting the current compile group only? Do I only count certain documents? There is statistics. How many words I'm at. Characters, paragraphs, all that good stuff. Let's see. All the formatting options. Yeah, I recommend it. If you want a code, I got one for you. Base price is $40. With the code, it's 20. Anyhow, thank you.